Hey plant buds, welcome back to my channel where we talk about plants in the style of ASMR. So as you can see, I've got a bit of a mess going on here. There's some water on the table apparently, and I just made mud. So I've been doing some repotting this morning, and I wanted to feature these 5 sad cacti that are potentially dead, almost definitely dead. There may be no hope for them, there may be no saving them, but I want to pot them all together in one pot so that they look a little bit more attractive than sad, drooping, falling over solo pots. I don't know that I have a lot of hope for them, any of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them. They're all kind of on their last leg, but I'm not taking great care of them as it is because they just look so pathetic and they've been declining so much and they just seem to hate me. So maybe if I make them look a little bit prettier in a pot all together, they'll rally from each other's company, or I'll pay more attention to them because I like the way they look a little bit more. And maybe they'll be able to be salvaged. Here I have my handy dandy cactus glove, which actually does not add that much protection. Some of these thorns still go right through it, so I have to be very careful, particularly this guy here and this guy here. They have some really intense stabby stabs. Stabby. It's almost impossible to do finger fluttering in this glove. It doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to repot them into this guy. And I'm glad I have my glove on because I just killed a tiny spider with my thumb. Fantastic. I'm actually really terrified of spiders. That one was very, very small, and I think it was dead already. And I'm going to reuse the soil that these are all in because I very recently repotted them into these pots and the soil was brand new, is brand new. Should really still be very, very good soil, so I don't want to waste it. But while I'm doing that and using this soil, I will explain to you what happened to these poor cacti in the first place. Let's start with this one, and I actually don't know the IDs on most of these. They're just generic cacti in my mind, which is a horrible thing to say as a plant lover, to call any plant generic, but I'm just not sure of their species, so bear with me. I need a pokey stick. I need a stick. I found a stick. Actually, it's a paintbrush, which is even more useful because I'll be able to brush off these spiny boys when I'm done repotting them, and then there's dirt all over them. I want to say that this is a blue columnar cactus, but I just don't know for sure. Just very, very gently. I'm just gonna kind of rest it on my hand. I'm not gonna grab it. I don't know if you can see that. The soil kind of, the dust from the soil is poofing up. These are obviously very dry. Haven't been watered in a couple days. They've been outside. What initially killed them or made them start going downhill was mealybugs, brought about by, I think, underwatering. I think the cacti were in a bit of distress because I underwatered them in the winter. They weren't getting much sun, and so I didn't really think they needed as much water as maybe they would have liked to have, and so most of them got mealies, and and I wasn't very diligent in taking care of them after that. And I know that's a horrible thing to admit as a plant parent, but when you have tons and tons of plants and maybe there's a certain genus that is at toward the bottom of your like list, they might get neglected a little bit. So I'm taking care of them now in hopes that they'll bounce back. This one is done for. This is completely rotted. It just completely broke apart from its roots. And if you can see, it's like black here on the bottom, and I can poke right through it. Ew. That grosses me out, to be honest. So I'm gonna stop looking at that. Since there are only 4 of these that appear to be healthy, and they're very small, I think I might put them in here rather than in here, because this is just slightly smaller. So I'll get rid of that rotted cacti. Put some soil on the bottom here. Bottom. In fact, we'll put it quite a bit. There we go. Yep. And I will lightly grip. Ooh, ow. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. And that. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. Okay. Cool. I'm really bad at thinking and speaking at the same time. If I'm thinking and speaking about 2 different things, I'm trying to tell you about what happened to these cacti in the first place, while I'm trying to decide what to do with them in my head, trying to decide how to repot them. So neither one is going well. Anyway, so they got mealybugs, and then I think they were overwatered. I don't know, a million things. These guys have been through the ringer. I underwatered them, then they got mealybugs, then I treated them probably too harshly and they didn't like the treatment. And then I overwatered them, and then I neglected them again because I'd overwatered them, and then the mealybugs came back and I didn't notice in time and I didn't do anything. Now I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to focus on finishing potting these up. And what I'm going to do for these now is just kind of let summer take over, because that seems to be the savior for buggy plants in my experience. To just set them outside, let nature take care of them, let the beneficial insects come and do their job. And then at the end of the summer, I'll reassess, see how these guys are doing, see if they can be saved, decide how I want to overwinter them, and that'll be that. So this is what we've got, guys. And I'll end with just a little bit of brushing. Little bit of brushing. Brush. Just get in there with the brush. And I actually think the end product here is kind of cute. I like them potted together. They all have very small root systems, which is typical of cacti anyway, not just sick cacti. And maybe the companionship will do good them. I'm pregnant. Sorry. Maybe the companionship will do them some good. Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. Being outside will also take care of a lot of this dirt. The rain will wash it away. The rain and the wind. The rain and the wind. The The good thing is I don't see any bugs on these as I've been repotting them. I haven't come across any mealybugs, which was the original issue. So maybe now that the original issue has potentially been eradicated, maybe, just maybe, they will find a way to grow and thrive. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next